our commitment with Sodexo to source Maine-grown grains. We made this commitment in 2020, where we made a commitment to increase our purchases of Maine grains by 50% and double the amount of recipes that utilize grains in the dining halls. So we're here today to celebrate achieving that commitment. We've seen an increase from year one of, we spent about $20,000 on Maine-grown grains to this year where we're at like $42,000 of Maine-grown grains.
It's just so exciting to be here today with all these talented chefs and students who, thanks to them and their changing tastes and their commitment to locally sourced ingredients, grains are just really blossoming here on the UMaine campus.
We are really so excited to see these past 5 years come to this celebratory kind of summit. Maeve has been instrumental in helping to connect all the different threads of the regional grain economy together so that they can be featured across all the different dining services here in Orono and all the other campuses across the state.
This is so much fun. So I'm the Director of Sustainability for Sodexo's Campus Division, and I am really working with our clients to bring to life Sodexo's Better Tomorrow strategy. We have commitments at the global level to enhance local community development, foster sustainable sourcing, and this is really a showcase of those commitments coming to life in this real life setting. Wow. I think we're looking at how do we bring those broad concepts to life in our dining settings.
And the planning and the involvement of people in the local community to make sure that we're making the right decisions and that we're involving and engaging people in the conversation. That's really important parts of our Maine Course program that kind of brings us a lot of these things and gives us a platform to work with local producers all around the state and create this program, listen to their voices, because at the end of the day, what we really believe is it's about the students and the folks that we're feeding. But if we can help the economic development and create jobs and to put more land into production for growing things and producing things, then that's a win-win. That's economic development on top of healthy eating and local purchasing and sustainability.
I remember sitting down day one when Maeve first started in her role with Amber, and we met with Amber, and this was back in 2016 maybe. Wow. And sitting at a table and saying, how do we move this forward? What can we do to grow this program? And from where we were then to where we are now is it's incredible.
We've seen the menus increase by introducing or shifting to scratch-baked cookies that utilize Maine-grown grains. We switched to dry beans so that we could utilize beans grown in Maine. And then our chefs played around with a bunch of different recipes with the rotational crop yellow peas.
And for us to be challenged to even find a use for something, like we took the pea flour. I made a pakora batter out of it and did a chicken pakora and a Haiwa tofu pakora out of it. So, just to get those ingredients and really just put them into basic applications, but creatively, it's a win-win.
It takes a bit of systemic intentionality around it, right? I mean, we really do need all the players to say, how can we make this work? How can Sodexo making those commitments? How do we support the producers to actually produce at a scale that we can utilize, right? So it's not just about saying, we'll buy it if you make it. We need to figure out how to work with them to provide the products that we can use.
As the Executive Director of the Maine Grain Alliance, we exist to inspire and empower people who are building regional grain economies. And this initiative over the last 5 years is the quintessential embodiment of what it means to build a regional grain economy. To put a flag in the sand, to commit to a goal, to have an institutional buyer who can really transformatively change the impact of what it means for farmers to invest in their own equipment to grow grains for this high value use that can make its way to Amber and others across the state. It's really inspiring, and I've also had the benefit of being out on the road with Maeve, speaking with students. There's nothing more exciting and energizing than to speak with students and learn about what they're interested in and see the excitement about what they want from the future of their regional food systems, and it's fun to be a part of that whole conversation.
This local food movement within the Sodexo operation is fabulous, and Maine Grains has been a great partner. And to have it right here in Maine, and to get those grains here. In fact, we're using a couple of their products in the dining commons for the pizza dough.
It's been a partnership that's grown over the years, and we couldn't be more pleased about the consumption of grains here on the campus coming right from Maine and our local farmers through our local mills right back to the college dining halls.
It's absolutely delicious, and I have no idea how the judges are going to help to make this. I know that there's votes going on all over the place, but I don't know how you choose between some of these things. It's just tasty.
I just had a bite. It's actually really delicious.
And I'm just going around for seconds and thirds at this point. So the vibe here is just overwhelming.
Your teams look like they're having a good time.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, the customers, the students are having a blast.
Yeah, and they're tasting things they probably never tasted before. So, the engagement here on campus is what we're shooting for.
And the winner of the Battle of the Chefs right here at the Bears Den in Orono, Maine is you guys. It is Grain of Thrones. All right, give it to them.